All right. Shalom. Good luck, step by send all praise to Yahweh. By Shem Yahushai. By Shem Kakadash. That were honest to the elders and the apostles that were well. And salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. My name is Pt.1. And this is going to be a quick lesson. This is on Ex Freemason. Hold on. Possessed politicians, demonic rituals for power, secret societies, and the occult. Right? So I'm watching this right now. And for the record, ain't no such thing as no ex Freemason. Once you went in that satanic shit, you're going to forever be in that satanic shit. And the only way to die, just like how they do gangs. I mean, only way to die. only way to get out is death. Just like how they do gangs. You know, so, yeah, I'm watching this, and he mentioned Jay-Z name. So I'm going to press play on this video, because I'm gathering some information on Jay-Z demonic ass. Since they got him at the top of the demonic rap industry, him, Lil Wayne, etc. And then they just had his ass come right back out and whatnot. So, you know, and we know that's to distract the people. Whenever Satan call upon you to do something for him, it's an agenda behind it. You know, because they sold. And like this one guy I know had made the statement. He said Jay-Z is a billionaire. When you look up his information, he's worth $2.8 billion. He doesn't have to work. Technically, he doesn't have to work. And I'm going to have to put that video up, too, because how he broke it down. Somebody else in the industry, you know, they are around that Masonic realm and whatnot. And then they, you know, tell little bits of information every now and again, some truths, whether they doing it for the order or not, you know. It's still information that needs to be put at the forefront, because if you're following these guys, worshiping them, listening to what they say and taking it as biblical, you're worshiping the devil. Jay-Z is an idol, and he worships the devil. And everybody knows that by now. If you don't know it, then you as good as dead. You won't survive the coming race wars, famines, pestilence, and the nuclear destruction. You know? So I'm going to press play on this video. And then I'm not going to drag it out too long. Y'all want to be able to go in depth another time. So.
/Tucker, use the code Tucker, 15% off. Fan Man, real ingredients.
And Tucker Carlson always has good information.
Zero exception.
He might not be breaking it down right, or whatever the case may be, but that's our job. It might not be true, but it's our job to teach the people, let people know what's true and what's false.
So the Masons practice a religion? How would you describe what Masonry is? Well, I mean, Masonry is based in the Old Testament.
Sean Stone, filmmaker. I'm gonna have to look more into this guy. Anybody that's dealing with movies on that movie scene is of Satan, witch, warlocks, and the information he break down basically tell you that he a warlock or a wizard. And which they say witch is interchangeable, it can be male or female.
You know, a lot of the Masons I know are Christian, but again, I look at it as
you can't be a fucking Christian and be a Mason. That's against the Bible. The Masons worship the devil, idols and such. You know, see, so there's some good ass information for brothers that's just coming in.
As an initiatory path, so I don't look at it as Masons are evil. What I experienced was that so I'll put it like this: the first night that I went there,
where was this?
The Cornerstone Lodge in New York, which is a very famous lodge. People like Jay-Z, you know, go there and whatnot. It's, you know, it's
Jay-Z's a Mason.
Yeah, from my understanding, he was with that lodge as well, but higher than I was. But the point is that it's an initiation to kind of what I felt was being observed and watched, and I know it was watched because after doing the first degree initiation, where you get the blindfold and the noose and all this stuff is online. I'm not revealing some secrets. All the phrases and things, the geometry of it, where you have to walk, certain directions and points and say certain things. All that's online now. It's public. But when you perform it ritualistically like a play, there are other forces that are not human that are engaging in the experience. And I know that because when I was leaving the lodge that night with my friend, we got a phone call. And it was an unknown number. And this sort of husky voice was on the...
Right, so he already said Jay-Z partook in the lodge. But listen to this story. And this is accurate. This is how they keep track of everybody and everything that's going on. Just like how the Lord keep track of everybody, everything that's going on with the angels on the right-hand side. Satan keeps track on the left-hand side via the demons, which are evil angels, working for the Lord on the left-hand side, but they working through people. Or they can just be working in reality. They call them spirits and ghosts and things like that.
Phone, and he was like, "How was the meeting?" And I was like, "It's an interesting game you guys have going here," and
he just basically telling you what Jay-Z partake in, so y'all don't lose the message. And he says Jay-Z way up higher than him though, so you can imagine his experiences and the things he got going on, the things he does.
And we were just talking a bit, saying a lot of things that were like biblical, 40 days in the cave, some stuff that I didn't understand. But I knew that they were watching me because I was walking back to my apartment in New York. And I'm like, "Oh, so you're watching me?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay, what am I doing?" He's like, "You're walking." So I stopped walking. And I'm like, "Oh, yeah?" He's like, "Yeah, you stopped walking." And I was like, "Okay, it could be a guess, but let's just go, continue the conversation, go upstairs." And I had like a gray shirt on and black pants. And after, I started recording the conversation, the audio did not record. Subsequently, only the video recorded. But as I was recording, this basically was...
When you're dealing with them spirits, sometimes you don't even get the video. Them spirits is around you and things like that.
It was this man's voice, and then it would be a woman that would take over. So it was like two voices. It was one as a man, one as a woman. And then she basically said, "Stop recording." And I was like, I didn't stop. I would maybe like stop for a minute, then I turn it back on. And I had at that time I had a cross on. It was not a cross. It was a Islamic sword that I had as a necklace. And so I was taking my shirt off, and she's like, "Put your shirt back on." And I was like, "Oh, you don't like this symbol, or what's wrong?" And it was like, "Put your shirt back on." And I'm like, we just continued to talk, but there were a few things that I remember distinctly, including her saying, "I'll leave you with this. You're wearing a gray shirt with black pants." So something had been observing me that night, and they continued to talk with me, and it was essentially, they texted me thereafter, and it was like it went on for an hour or so, like off and on. My friend who took me there got really sick to his stomach. He was like vomiting actually after that, during that same time that I was on the phone, and he really was like physically out of it. And so I was conversing with these things for like an hour, and again, a lot of it was about the fallen angels, because this goes back to, again, the jinn, the unseen world, the idea that...
Right, so